All right, we are live. Hello, everyone out there in internet land. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are here to continue into our sixth series of Strange Generations, thanks to Michael. And our one and only announcement that we always do is catch up, guys. Catch up on all the goodies that Strange Generations has to offer. All of them are on YouTube and on Twitch. They're really hard to find on Facebook, so don't go looking. So they're there, but really hard to find. So we put them in a nice little package on Twitch and a nice little package on YouTube. So you can go ahead and check those out, and you'll find out the original air dates and everything like that. So without any more of that junk, we're going to get onto this story because I want to hear about this set in the 2020s. Well, 2020. This is going to be great. All right. It's all you, dude.
All right. Hello and welcome to Strange Generations, a nightmarish journey through the shadows of America, one generation at a time. This is our sixth and final arc. There's this episode, there's two more episodes, and then Strange Generations will have ended. So, really want to thank you guys all for joining me on this journey. It's been a great time. We got some strange places, some dark times, some weird things we've seen, and now it's time to bring it all home with a story taking place in the near present, an arc that takes place in the year 2020. Just about 1 year ago, maybe 1 year plus a few weeks, this is when this series will take place. So we're going to talk about quarantine. Imagine, cast your minds back to those days when it seemed like either the world was totally going to end or it's all going to blow over in another few weeks and everything will be back to normal. And that's the kind of mindset that we're going to be in. And if you don't want to explore it, hey, if real life's bad enough, you don't want to deal with that in the game, totally okay. But that, it's part of American history, it's part of world history, and we got to address it. So before we do that, before we kind of introduce this arc, let's go ahead and meet the cast. So please tell me who you are, who you're playing, if they're an old character, a new character, connected to an old character, maybe, and what their vibe is like. Maybe in January of 2020, when people were thinking, an interesting year, an election year, who knows what will happen. Let's start with Nick.
Hello, everyone. I am Nick, and today I will be bringing back James Thompson, the former football child star kid who actually got to play a game of the NFL football, and then proceeded to recklessly injure himself.
Ooh.
And then he remembered the advice that was given to him by the guidance counselor, Miss Tara, and took up firefighting, and now is one of the first responders out there. And like I said, at the end of last season, he was there during 9/11, saved a whole bunch of people, and now he's just sort of making sure that everyone's safe.
All right, definitely a heroic character, and an interesting choice of what, in his 80s days, he was kind of he was the brutish jock, I think was the playbook
He was, yeah.
So
sort of.
Oh, go ahead.
And now I've sort of slightly customized a person who's very similar to him, but a little bit smarter and a little bit less prone to fighting, but still, he's more cool under pressure and more heroic. So.
Very cool. I mean, that's as we get older, we change. So that's cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, Nick. Also joining us, it is Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing Moxie Pilot Cordero. Moxie Pilot 06, check out my streams. Yeah, I'm a brilliant mathlete, whatever the hell that means. I spend most of my time, I'm on Twitch. I'm out there. I'm playing my games. You can check out my TikToks, whatever. Yeah. So before you ask, yeah, my dad is Lee Cordero. That Lee Cordero who was on Dumbass. He was in all those films. The New Jersey trilogy and all that shit. You know what? But so people are always like, oh, Moxie Pilot, you must have dope amounts of money. And I'm like, no, my dad's a dumbass. He's literally on a show called Dumbass. So we don't have shit, but we got a good internet connection because my dad spends on two things. Okay, he spends on like internet and freaking weird toys from Japan. So I mean, and I'm down with that. I like all that shit. Yeah. So at any rate, oh yeah, Fish Boy. Look at me, Fish Boy. Yeah, I can mouth that. YouTube ain't gonna block me for that.
Whoa.
Stop biting my style, Fish Boy. I see you.
Ooh. Very excited to see Moxie Pilot in action. Fish Boy, by the way, in this world, he is a pro streamer with humongous subscriber counts, selling lots and lots of merch. Definitely one of the most popular. Yeah, I'm sure he's got his haters, of course, but he's very popular YouTuber. Fish Boy Plays is his channel. Like and subscribe, or don't.
I'm not saying Fish Boy is normcore, but Jim is his favorite character on The Office.
Oh yeah, very, very. This is a Gen Z character, if you didn't realize. Very excited to see more of that. We are also joined, very happy to have him here. It is Marvin, I think, playing a new character connected to an old character. So,
right you are, Mike.
Tell us about that one.
Right. So, hi, I'm Marvin, and I'm going to be playing Solomon Brimson, son of Walter and Alice Brimson. Walter being my last character from the last arc, and Solomon is a magician. He aspires to put on one of the greatest shows in the world, something so macabre but so wondrous that will spark people's imagination in this dark year. He also has a flair for the dramatic, as you see in his speech. But it's not all, just tricks or illusion. There's a touch of actual magic in there. You see, Solomon's dad, he was a bit of an occult researcher, assistant, I would say, and he got in touch. Well, he got a hold of this one game. I think it was called. What was it called, Michael?
Oswald Bueller's Shadow Sentinels.
Shadow Sentinels. Yes, but it's actual magic. And one day, I discovered this whole thing it can do. You roll the dice, and it causes magic, actual magic. Of course, my dad doesn't know I've been using that on my shows, but what he doesn't know doesn't hurt him. Hey, we gotta pay for college somehow. But due to the pandemic and everything, I've been forced to hold my shows on streams. Just doesn't have the same feeling as physical shows, but I hope people can appreciate it.
I know, sad but true. Though sometimes, people from all over the world can watch, so that's something. But yeah, it is oftentimes just not the same. That is cool that we got some. Oh, go ahead.
It's not the same at all. Plus, I think the Huntsman's getting angsty.
Whoa. The Huntsman, of course, was a slasher monster that appeared as a definitely big-time obstacle villain in our last arc. So, interesting to see that he's still around, apparently a magician's assistant.
Yes, the giant-ass thing is now a magician's assistant. It doesn't saw people in half, thankfully.
Ooh. All right, and then finally, also super happy to have him here. It is Dallas.
Hey everyone, very, very happy to be here, and also happy to be carrying the torch with Donovan again. So he's back. He's feeling old. And he's kind of worried about that. It's 2020, born in 1970. So to him, he looks, I mean, under the doctor's coat, like brick wall, for abs. But he's never stopped the physicality work, but he's still like worried about becoming slow and unhelpful. That's his fear. But so what he did was, after a very good stint in the film industry, and following the death of a legend's son, he brought up a huge movement with international film corporations to make a big bridge between other cultures and other nations, and really did a big revitalization of some cultural influence in films. And then sort of walked and went back to his interest in the medical career. He felt like all the sort of fighting that was done during that, like literally fighting off and on movie sets and stuff, just caused too much other pain. So he got into the medical profession like he thought he always would, but definitely went and followed his dream first, thanks to some awesome guidance. So now he's trying to sort of use that wealth that he got, and help out on top of it the best he can. He's a general practitioner, nothing fancy. He wanted to make sure that he was comfortable in what he was doing. So, being able to help out as much as possible.
That's really cool. I mean, I'm so glad that our adventuring party is like a doctor, a firefighter, like two super useful, important types of people, and then like video game streamer and magician. So
I bring like joy to the world, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah, that's true.
You're welcome, world.
And I know actual magic.
Yeah. Everybody contributes.
Ah. We're
All
living
right.
in a digital world. We're gonna be like, people don't realize this, but this pandemic's gonna last like 7 years. And then you're gonna all feel real bad that you don't got my skills. That's all I'm saying.
Well, speaking of that, let's cast our minds back as we begin to enter this episode entitled "An Absolute Dumpster Fire." America was always an empty promise. Countless Americans knew that from the beginning, or had the truth beaten into them during their lives. Now, in 2020, with a pandemic raging, schools closed, businesses collapsing, supermarket shelves emptying, and a vast, nameless fear clenching tight around every heart, everyone realizes the truth. No one's going to help you. The government's collapsed into showboating and naked corruption. Business pumps the airwaves with commercials about how we're all in this together while hoarding more wealth than ever. And celebrities post cringe-inducing videos from their isolated compounds. For everyone else, it's clear that we've run off a cliff and that death and societal collapse wait in the free fall. But for a handful of people in the quiet bedroom community of Crescent Bay, New Jersey, the terror has always been there. During the 1980s, they found themselves battling the ageless, extra-dimensional entity known as Abraxas for the soul of Judith Cordero, a teenage girl with strange powers. Now, Judith has grown up and working as a private detective. She's discovered something big, that the evil they once faced is back, and will do the impossible, make 2020 even worse. So, with that in mind, let's get in your characters' heads, cast it back to like kind of the end of March, beginning of April. The pandemic reality is just starting to set in. It's before like masks were widely available. Back when you thought like, oh no, I touched a doorknob, I'm dead. Like that kind of paranoia is in the air. Nobody really quite knows what's going on, just that everything's closed. schools are closed. Maybe they've got some kind of plan in place for remote learning, maybe not. But the fear is definitely setting in. So all you guys receive an invite to this strange new thing called Zoom that just sort of have been spreading around the world from Judith Cordero. But so let me ask you this: like, when the invite finds you, how are you dealing with the quarantine? What's your pandemic life like? And we'll start with our doctor, Donovan. I mean, you're probably maybe you're in the trenches. Like, how are you doing dealing with this, or what's going on?
Fed up like you wouldn't effing believe, because I know what to tell people to do, in my opinion, and a lot of my profession, but what we're being told to do and what we're hearing is insane. So I'm doing my best to connect with professionals of like-mindedness, and make sure that we're doing what we call the right procedures and things. Constantly connecting with my family and my grandkids to try to get some sense of sanity in whatever hours I can. But I am stressed out like crazy, no sleep, trying to grasp this new reality.
Oof. Yeah, definitely stressful time for sure. Particularly for someone in Donovan's profession. Absolutely.
Yep, I barely home, if you can even call it that.
Mm. All right, so let's then move on. How is Solomon Brimson? I guess the Brimson family. Does Solomon live with his parents still, or is he like in a college dorm, which is like emptying out? Like, what's going on there?
Well, that's the thing. He used to be in a college dorm, but like a lot of other students at the moment, he's been forced to move back home with his parents for the time being, which is not all bad. I mean, his parents, Walter's an occult researcher. His mom, Alice, I think her name was, is an investigative reporter. So they're still doing things. But Solomon currently is getting into an argument with his dad, Walter, about using the game for magic shows and just using magic in general. It's like Solomon's of the opinion, we have the magic, we know it exists, why aren't we using it just to, make our lives better? It's there to be used, old man.
Ooh, interesting. I mean, maybe it's forbidden for a reason, but we'll have to see.
I mean, forbidden. It wouldn't be there if it wasn't meant to be used. I mean, we have the Huntsman under control. It's not hurting anybody.
I love it.
But yeah. And also, he's trying to figure out a way to put his shows on stream.
Yes, definitely something a lot of artists, I'm sure magicians included, have to work with. Very cool. So let's move on to, I mean, she's 14, so she's probably in high school, which is now, I mean, I'm not sure what the Crescent Bay School District, if they're up to snuff on their remote learning or if they're still figuring it out. It's a tricky transition. And it came like the job, this is speaking as someone who is an educator. It came, it was like, overnight, like, you got to get stuff ready. Like, we're all remote learning now. You got to have something. Go, go, go. So how is Moxie Pilot dealing with it?
I mean, we just had our first e-learning class, and it was like it was, the teacher's like, okay, you got to take down that stuff in the background. And I'm like, I just made that Ahegao collage though, So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm a girl, I can put shit like that up, But yeah, so whatever. School was always stupid anyway. So I mean, now it's dumb and I'm at home. I'm have this IQ, and I'm just like, whatever, I just do what I want. It doesn't change anything. I'm looking in one thing and I'm doing the school Zoom, and the other one I'm I'm still playing Undertow. So freaking what's the difference, That's all I'm saying. Like, I put up like a screenshot of myself one time, you know, and I just laughed.
Oh, the classic remote learning avoidance maneuver.
No, but dig it. Okay, I was a GIF. All right, so like it moved and shit.
Ooh, very cool.
You guys awesome.
All right. Well, we can see Moxie Pilot definitely adjusting very well to quarantine. How about James Thompson? How's he doing?
I feel like James would still be like going to work. I mean, just because
Oh yeah, I mean
quarantine is, he's still an essential worker, and so, I mean, obviously he's being very careful about things and washing his hands whenever whenever he comes into the firehouse, whenever he leaves, doing all the safety precautions that are mandated. So just trying his best and to keep things going.
All right, I like it. Okay, so all of you guys receive an email with an invite to a Zoom session sent by Judith Cordero. Solomon, I think she might send this to your dad, but like, how do you think you get a hold of it?
Well, he is an occult researcher, so maybe sometimes Solomon kinda spies on his dad's emails a little bit, just to see what new stuff he's got. And then he might just spy that little invitation. It's like, this might be interesting to look into.
All right. So you go ahead and you guys click that link. And a very familiar sequence of events follows, and pretty soon you are, just like we're in a Zoom room now, you are in a Zoom room in the game. We're a very meta moment, perhaps. But instead of me, you guys are seeing Judith Cordero. So James Donovan, you guys definitely remember her. She's a little bit older, hair is a little bit longer, maybe has like a few strands of gray in it, but still the same kind of like raven colored hair. She's just wearing like, you know, some very tasteful, somber, charcoal colored clothes. And I don't know, actually, Donovan, James, do you think you guys kept in touch with Judith over the years, or maybe kind of grew apart?
No,
Sort of.
most likely we've been in touch with James getting back into town. You know, once home again, like, and always when home. You know, of course, like probably, you know, West Coast for some time, international for some time, but anybody that was like a comfortable thing would have been very welcome to Donovan. Just like anyone who's willing to just talk to him as Donovan, you know what I mean? That's what he's looking for.
Definitely.
If Judith was about that, then James.
And James, you think you kept in touch too?
Probably not as much. Obviously, once he went off to college and tried his career, his path, he sort of went off, and then when he came back, he was just sort of, who's here still? And like didn't even really think about Judith and like getting a hold of her.
Right.
I think.
So maybe like this is the first time you've seen her in a while, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And Moxie Pilot, this is your aunt, so you've probably seen her like all the time.
Yeah, I see my aunt like non-stop.
Yeah.
Ever since we came back to New Jersey from California, where I lived for several years.
Solomon, you have not seen her before, but you know her. Your dad's talked about her.
Yeah, I know she's my dad's friend, at the least.
You think he told you that she has like powers?
Maybe? I'm not too sure. Walter's a bit on the fence of Solomon using magic in the first place, so maybe not.
Okay. You
What
just
would-
know there was something important.
What would her medical be like as a PI?
What's that? Sorry.
What would her medical insurance be like as a PI? Would she have any at all? Maybe that's why I know her. She like do it like pro bono kind of deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's self-employed, so it has to be through,
Yeah.
Obamacare. But I'm sure you helped out with that, of course.
Yo, you definitely know my dad, though. For real. Like, he's in the hospital, like, all the time.
That ward. Check in, check out.
Huh? I don't know. What? Like, he's breaking shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So Judith, like, smiles at you guys, and she says, like... And, Moxie, you realize that she is muted.
Yo, Aunt Judith, you're muted. The little red microphone's up on your screen again. You gotta unmute yourself.
A little bit later, she unmutes herself. Oh, Moxie, thanks. I'm still
You're
figuring
welcome.
this whole Zoom thing out.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. You're Judith, right?
And you're not Walter.
Yeah, don't actually tell my dad I was here, but anything you say I can pass on to him. So go ahead.
All right. Well, I guess if he's busy, this is
Oh,
pretty.
yeah, of course he's busy. Go ahead.
Well, Donovan James.
Wait a second. Is that Little Judith from high school? Is that what I'm like?
Yeah.
Little girl with the weird stuff going on.
The weird stuff. Yeah. It's good to see you too, James.
Yeah. It's been a while
Yeah, I saw like you went pro for
for a hot minute.
there.
Yeah. Breaking your ACL and not doing much to really like.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I was a reckless kid, so it works.
James, like, there's a reason I'm emailing you for this. It's like you saved my life back then, so.
I
like
do a
trust
lot
you
more
now.
of that nowadays.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And Donovan, I'm glad you answered.
Always. Still taking care of yourself.
Well, so to speak. I'm glad all you answered. Moxie, I was a little hesitant to send it to you, but, well, look, I love my brother, but, like, you know what's going on in the world, you're tech savvy, and, well, you know what kind of guy he is.
My dad?
Yeah.
The guy who's literally on a show called Dumbass?
I didn't want to exactly say it, but yeah.
Oh, no, I mean, it's not exactly like he's ashamed of it. He is on a show called Dumbass.
Well, that's why I sent the invite to you.
So you're not going to go to him for help. So this is probably not going to involve drinking a gallon of piss.
I hope not.
I would not recommend that.
Yeah,
That is not a trick I want to replicate. Ugh.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I need your help with something a little dark. Some of my cases and my research have led me to this. I'm gonna go ahead and share screen. I think it's like there's a button in the middle I press. Okay, there we go. And you see her like internet browser open, and she's like,
Is
"All
it
right, you guys can see this, okay?"
Is it from the dark web? Stuart!
I don't know what that is.
Letterkenny, you know? You see that? Letterkenny?
I mean, I'm more about like the Great British Baking Show. Look, when I get home from work, I just want to watch, just turn my brain off, watch something charming. So that's kind of my favorite thing on
tend to-
Netflix.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is not that. So she's going through some some news articles, some like case notes she's compiled, and you see they're all about a guy named Kyle Candle. You see him in a bunch of like publicity photos, and then like a police mugshot, clips from some newspaper articles, including a big one from the New York Times. And you see stuff like Kyle Candle's Igneos sex cult exposed. She's like, I don't know how much attention you guys pay to the news, especially stuff I cover, but have any of you heard of Igneos?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's gross. It is gross.
Yeah, that sums it up.
He doesn't gain enough attention.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they were this weird multi-level marketing scheme / cult. Pretty active in like upstate New York, but they got a lot of wealth and power. Had a lot of really wealthy people that they got as worshipers, followers, or whatever. Kyle Candle was the guy behind it all. You know the type, pseudo-intellectual. You can see the picture. He's like these big glasses, kind of this dark wavy hair, going a little bit towards the gray as he gets older. They had, centers in a lot of big cities. And then a while ago, it comes out that he's like brainwashed some of everybody in there is brainwashed to some extent, but the really unfortunate ones, the Embers, they got branded with this image of a flame, and then he sort of passed them around as favors to like some rich and powerful people all over. Then, and this is like rumor, allegedly, got to put that there. He recorded it, used it as blackmail material to get even more money and power. And that all leads to this. And she goes to another news article which says, very big, Candle commits suicide in prison. Like, yeah, he's in solitary confinement, somehow manages to hang himself. The tape is lost. He's dead. Case is closed. No more Igneos. But from some of my research, I think he's not as dead as he appears.
What?
Yeah. Now, look, I know this is going to sound like some kooky conspiracy theorist, like Pizzagate style stuff, but hear me out. I have reason to believe that either Candle didn't die, or he did die, but he was able to give some instructions to some of his most loyal and powerful followers, people who still believe the Igneos mission, whatever that is. And they're still out there looking for something, for some ingredients. And James Donovan, it has to do with what we dealt with back in high school. And Solomon, your dad was there too.
I knew it, but he never says anything about it.
Surprised, kid.
Moxie, you remember those stories I told you?
Which ones?
About like strange gods, Abraxas.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Drugs were good in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Drugs were not involved.
Huh.
That was real.
Your auntie ever tell you she had powers?
Like she says stuff. She just didn't know how to unmute herself on Zoom, but
Okay, yes, I have trouble with Zoom. Okay, Moxie. Yeah. I'm new to it, okay? This is I downloaded it like 2 days ago. I'm still figuring things out.
No, that's cool. It's cool.
And her username
itself
is
off
like
after 40 minutes if you didn't pay for it, right?
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Her username is like Judas iPad, So she says, okay, well, here's the bottom line. So whatever is left of Igneos, I have reason to believe that they're trying to find a book. A really old one called Der Teufelsbuch. It's kind of the nickname in German. It's got a long, nasty backstory, mad monks, that kind of thing. don't have time to go into it, but it lets you summon up all sorts of ghouls, ghosts, goblins, some bad shit. And
Can it summon hand sanitizer?
Okay, Moxie, this is really not the time for jokes, okay?
I'm not joking. I need it. Like, I touched a doorknob yesterday. It freaked me the fuck out.
Hey, just wash your hands, soap and water. I mean, Donovan,
20
isn't that
seconds
right?
now.
Yeah,
soap and
that's
water.
yeah.
Soap and water, 20 seconds.
Yeah, so you'll be okay.
Right, and I should drink bleach.
No,
Oh,
don't
no,
do that.
definitely not.
No, that is a conspiracy theory propagated by a stupid person. Don't listen to that.
You can operate where you can operate. You clearly know better than to drink bleach.
So, I think I figured out where this book is. And she goes over to like a Google Earth website. She goes to Google Earth. It's over in Massachusetts. This old mansion of one of like the these robber baron types had it, like back in, like way back, like turn of the century. This one is called Barrow House. There was this kind of like whaler captain turned industrialist owned it, and it's the site of the death of Leander Ashford Honeywell in some strange event that occurred back in the 1890s. Apparently, there was a whole kind of secret society of satyrs operating out of it, and they put together quite the occult library. So I think the book, a copy of it at least, might be there. So what I need you guys to do is like we'll find some way to get together. We'll caravan, drive over there. We'll get this book, hold it for safekeeping, and I'll just make sure that Igneos and Candle or whoever is pulling Igneos' strings now doesn't get their hands on it. Sound okay?
Gotta call in some favors, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry for the short notice, but this is like important, like end of the world important.
It's
How
a,
am I going
Yeah.
to get there without Dad and Mom knowing?
An end of the world on the end of the world on the end
I
of
don't think
the
anyone else
world.
is gonna-
All right. Well, let's see if we can. I'll call you guys back in a little bit, but then something strange happens. The screen stutters and flickers. Judith draws closer to the camera. A red slash appears through the little mic icon in the corner of her screen. Somehow, sounds come through. Warbling static. The echoes flash on, not matching her mouth. Then the shared screen shifts. It flickers to her desktop, showing a family photo. Her wife, daughter, and dog hugging behind a field of icons. The mouse swerves crazily around. Google Chrome flashes to life. YouTube waiting in a dozen tabs. A promotional video from Igneos. The progress bar dancing randomly across the video's playtime. Images of Kyle Candle. Owlish eyes behind round glasses and dark hair, swept back with a hint of scholarly gray. Life can be a series of contradictions, a series of challenges. He speaks in a conversational way. We're born, we die. We love, we hate. But self-actualization, real joy, moves beyond that. The video skips to the end. And our spirits, with proper discipline, can transcend death. Then Judith leaves the room. Moxie Pilot is the host now.
That was some weird shit, right?
Yeah. It's kind of cool, wasn't it? Wait, no, it wasn't cool. It was horrifying.
No, it's cool. I get it. Like, I'm a transhumanist too. Like, totally transcending death and all that shit. Like,
I don't think so.
I don't think she meant for that to happen.
Oh, it was obviously something else.
No, Judith can do impressive things, but
I think she had technology. Maybe. No. And even if she did, I don't think she would do something like this.
I mean, she was muted during the entire thing. I don't know, Moxie, can somebody still talk even though they're muted? I'm not an expert on Zoom, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, like, shit can happen. Like, I don't know. Like, is some shit glitching out? Like, the network's all messed up? Or it's Satan?
Yeah, she has left the room. She is not in the Zoom room right now.
Oh, no, I'll give her a call. Hold on.
Well,
No,
of course it should be magic.
I'd text her, but, you know, she doesn't... It's just easier to call her.
Yeah, you call and just leave a message, but there's no response.
Okay, then.
Aunt Judith, are you dead? I'm calling you from the other side. It's me of cookies. I could feel bad if she's actually dead.
I would hope you would be.
Teenagers.
Whatever, she's fine. She probably left her
We
phone
should
in the
meet up
bathroom or
where-
something.
Where she suggested.
And do you think she could have been kidnapped like she was that one time?
Hey, this one time she can do strange things. What exactly happened?
Thing is, though, if she contacted all of us, she's very concerned, and if she's that concerned, then we should really listen to what she has to say. And if she's not able to say anything anymore, then I think we need to go where we can to find out what's going on.
Yes, definitely. Well,
All right. Sounds like you guys are heading to Barrow House.
Can all of us afford plane tickets?
I'll cover it.
Well, it's
Okay,
only in
fine by me.
Massachusetts, so it's not. Is New Jersey to Massachusetts
should we go
really
to-
that much a
Should
drive?
we go to Judith's house first?
Make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
yes, we can try and see if there's anything.
I mean, before we fly to, you know, Massachusetts.
Okay. All right. So you guys all want to meet over at Judith's house?
Sure.
If we can.
All right. So you guys cruise over there. You do meet. She lives in like, you know, it's Westdale, which is still kind of, you know, like it's been gentrified maybe a little bit. There's like housing developments there now, you know, condos, but nothing too fancy. And she lives like her wife answers the door, and her 3-year-old daughter is kind of hanging around there. And you can see that her daughter is named Tara. Her wife, should we get the name right? Her wife, Hannah Halloran, like, you know, ushers you guys in. She's like, "Oh, Moxie, you got some friends here." And oh, Donovan, I remember you.
Yeah,
Look.
I'm entirely hanging out with older men now.
Yeah, a little strange, Moxie. Is everything okay?
I don't know, like, you know, like Aunt Judith is the one that said that I should hang out with them. So
Hey, I'm not that much older. I'm 20. So whatever.
Still a little
okay,
strange.
okay, Boomer.
James Thompson, I was a friend of your wife's in high school.
Oh, were you the football guy?
That was me. Yes.
Yeah, she told me about that.
Yeah.
So did Judith contact you?
Oh,
We did.
Technically, she contacted my dad, but he wasn't available.
Well, I'm glad you're picking up the slack there. Well, she's not here. She was, I mean, she was very clear that, like, she wanted to, you know, kind of go on the road. She was worried about what her case coming back on me and Tara over here. I told her, like, not to worry. I mean, she was looking at some guy who was, like, in prison or dead, but so there couldn't really be any danger.
Yes.
Yeah, we were
uh,
all on a
geez,
Zoom
feeling
call
going
with
overboard.
her.
What's that, Moxie?
We were on a Zoom call with her, and things like went real weird. And I figured, like, maybe she was calling from here, you know.
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know where she was calling from.
Hmm.
Probably a motel somewhere.
Oh.
But she
yeah,
didn't.
So she's already in Massachusetts.
Could be. Yeah. So that is, when
Gotta
you go to
drive across
Massachusetts-
Connecticut. to get
All right.
there.
Well, I mean, if she wants you to go there, I Maybe you'll find her there.
I lose like connection. Like, you know, there's like no bars in the middle of that state.
Donovan, you seem like the most responsible person here. Should I be worried?
Look, Hannah, is that correct?
Yeah, yes.
I want to make sure I got that right. Look, we're all concerned. You know what Judith is capable of, and I know you trust her to be out on her own, but she contacted us, which means she needed some help. So we're trying to find out what's going on, because this is beyond something that others will take our word for.
Okay. I'll only give you my number, and I'll be here. I'll keep trying her. Hopefully she'll phone back.
Okay.
Well,
So
we're going.
exchange, and we should pick up a hotspot on the way. No, Moxie can.
Yeah, I got to broadcast to my fam, you know.
We're gonna take a flight.
Or turn a flight.
Hey, plane tickets, dirt cheap right now.
As long as we're safe.
All right,
for
so with
her.
that,
Time of the essence, so we're safer driving, but
think so you're going with the plane instead?
I guess we are.
I'm bringing my emotional support gecko.
Awesome. If you guys mind waiting a little bit, I could pick up a couple of things from home. Pretty sure they'll be useful.
Yeah, that's definitely time. So we know Moxie's bringing her emotional support gecko. What is Solomon bringing along?
Shadow Sentinels, of course.
Okay, you're bringing along our enchanted role-playing game.
And a couple
Donovan.
loose ends and stuff, magic tricks.
I mean, she's also bringing like a laptop and a bunch of crap like that. I mean,
yeah, got an overnight bag. Some typical things I carry in my pockets.
Yeah, I'll just assume you guys are like, if you have something, I'll say you brought it along.
Nothing's extremely special, but you know.
All right, so you fly out to Massachusetts, rent a car. I mean, Donovan and James can do it. Everyone piles into the car. You drive out. You know how to get to Barrow House because you got that the Google Earth there. It's like pretty easy to find. You cruise over to Hallowed Hollow. Town is dead quiet, just like every other town in America and around the world. Head out through the woods. Pretty soon you're just driving through some isolated forest. Some of these old robber baron mansions have been turned into museums or have been remodeled into country clubs or, fancy resorts. But Barrow House remains a ruin. The road ends. There's a rusted, totally collapsed gate. You head up and you drive over to this vast tombstone-shaped ruin. By the time you get there, it's like early evening. You get the stars out. Cool spring nights. Definitely, if you got jackets, you're zipping them up. And you guys head out, and you see you're not the first person there. There's like an SUV there, and there's maybe like 2 or 3 film crew types, like setting up a boom mic and some quick digital cameras. And also there is a fish man, or fish boy rather, with bright pink hair in a fashionable style, wearing like a very expensive tailored zip up and a black nylon style Leatherman jacket, getting ready to go on the air. It is Thaddeus Thackeray, or Theophilus Thackeray rather, known by his username Fishboy Plays. So as you guys pull in, he's like, whoa, what are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? This is my thing. How do you even know I was coming here? What the shit?
How'd you know I was coming here? I'm supposed to live stream myself going to this spooky ass haunted mansion.
You know them?
You have permission to be here?
And that's not even how you investigate ghosts. You don't need cameras, you need an Ouija board. Come on.
Okay, well, look, the Ouija board doesn't really show up that well on the camera. All I'm gonna do is like, I'll walk in, head through some halls, see some ghosts, film it. It'll be lit.
Again,
And
kid,
also, as a
do you have permission to be here?
Do you?
That's beside the point.
Ah, I knew it.
Yes. But we have reason to be here. You don't.
A reason? Ooh, what do you mean?
That's for us to know and for you to not know.
Whoa, I'm intrigued.
Get your own mystery, bitch. This is my scene. She
Oh,
aggressively zips up her hoodie that's covered with images of hentai.
Wow. Just don't show that on the camera, okay? Or blur that out. We gotta blur that out if we do.
And now your whole show's been ruined.
Ugh.
Is that demonetized? Is that what the kids say?
Yeah. Well. Oh, great. It's gonna be demonetized.
Yeah, whatever. There's like black bars over the bits. It's fine.
Yeah. Still, now I just gotta rely on my Patreon for this episode. Ugh. So annoying. My shout out to all my patrons is gonna take like forever. I have like an hour's worth of names.
Look, kid.
Oh, go ahead.
Look, kid. I'm a professional. My friend Donovan here is professional. We are here
Mhm.
to investigate for a friend.
Uh-huh.
She's in need. So, and you are not part of this, so you need to go home.
I'm a pro. Okay, well, how many subscribers do you have?
Wrong kind of professional, kid. You see this?
Yo,
You see this
Fishboy,
badge here?
You got no chill thrown around your subscribers like that. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh. All right, look.
Okay, these subscribers.
Okay, look. Let's make a deal.
Canceled. Hashtag canceled.
Look,
Whoa.
kid, you're not even wearing a
Fuck,
mask. What are you
play.
doing here?
I'm just trying to live stream Fishboy Plays Explores a Real Haunted Mansion. It's gonna be on front page, I bet. My fans want to see it. So how about
Right.
this? Like, you guys can guest star in the video.
How about you go home?
Oh, Dick?
leave-
Yeah, how about I don't go home? Come on, Moxie Pilot, be like a cool crossover.
Yeah, no, okay. I can. Yeah. Crossover video. Okay, I'll turn this hoodie inside out. Let's do this.
We're not
Okay,
seriously
your
doing
friends
this.
can join in too.
I would rather not. I just need to find.
I mean,
Kid,
if you want a
did
bunch
you
of
happen to
weird
find
old
a-
dudes in your video? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look,
What was that, Moxie?
I said, I guess if you want a bunch of like weird old dudes in your video, I figured we wouldn't focus on them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in my
Well, they can hang
20s.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Solomon.
I'm in my 20s. Stop calling me old, twerp.
look, kid.
My 20s. I
the
bet
old
you
man
were like
can, like,
born
hang
in the
off
last
the
like millennia, dude.
You haven't happened to see a woman in this building, have you?
No, as far as I know, we're the only people here. Like, we just got here a couple minutes ago, though. Haven't really gone inside at all. But you know what? Let's do it.
Do it to it.
All right.
She
you
gives
know,
him some weird secret handshake that's like popular amongst the kids.
oh yeah, Fishboy Plays can pull that off.
Yeah, let's just get going. Worst comes to worst, we can use him as a meat shield.
I would rather not use a human being as a meat shield. Thank you very much. That's not very safe.
I mean,
He
it'll
puts-
get him more views, won't it?
oh, wow, I love this. All right, he puts like a GoPro on his head. His crew like silently take their cameras and the mic and head behind him, and all you guys head into Barrow House. And Fishboy Plays is like, "What's up, Fishboy fam? You've seen me react to horror games. Now it's time for some horror in real life. I'm here at Barrow House, one of the most haunted locations in the world. I'm gonna see some real ghosts. Oh, before I do, don't forget to smash that subscriber button and hit that like. Wait, no. Sorry, the atmosphere's getting to me. Ding that bell. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. And leave a comment below about your favorite scare that we find here in Barrow House." I'm not just doing it alone. I also got Moxie Pilot with me.
Moxie Pilot 6 coming at you. Don't forget to raid my stream. Subscribe if you like. Ding the bell as well. You know what I'm saying. You know how we're playing all my little pinkies out there coming at you live. Real haunted, real ghosts, me, Fish Boy, forever.
We also got 3 old dudes with us.
They're so old.
They're like ghost experts or something. I don't know. Anyway,
They're
let's
like
go see some
they're like
ghosts.
the real Ghostbusters, but like dudes. What?
The original Ghostbusters were dudes.
Sure.
Watch a movie that's older than you are, kid. You might actually learn something.
Ooh, I love this like clash of the generations we got
I'm
going
going
on.
to put a hex on all of you that'll make you wrinkle before you're 18.
Well, speaking of some. Oh, go ahead, Donovan.
No, I was like, if you can do that, we have enough going on. But if you can do that, hold that one. That's a good one.
Oh, I got one.
Oh,
Probably got a little voodoo doll here.
okay. Boomer.
Millennial!
So you guys turn the corner, and you come to a dining room. Right now, the windows have gotten so like dusty and ancient that very little starlight's getting through. This whole place has just gone to rotten ruin. You can see some like smashed chairs, shattered glass from centuries, from over a century ago now, looming above. And as you get closer, you see this like faint, glowing figure seated at the head of the table in like a wheelchair. And with each step it glows, it gets a little bit more distinct. You see this ancient, weathered, super wrinkled, hairless old man captured, just the image of him like a fly in amber. And he has an elephant gun. It's kind of like resting in his lap. And as you guys wander in, he springs to life. You can see dust like shaking off of this sort of translucent figure. And he swings the gun over to cover you. And he's like, what are you doing in Barrow House?
Huh.
We got questions for you.
Are you dead, for one?
Boom.
As you get closer, you can see that he's been like gnawed and chewed up. You can see the wounds in silver torn across his ghostly form.
Huh.
I am Leander Ashford Honeywell. And who are you to come here asking questions of me? Speak up, damn you.
Moxie Pilot Cordero, aka Moxie Pilot 06, aka your best friend on the internet. Check out my streams.
I think he's a little old to be knowing about streams.
It'd be a miracle if he understood that gibberish.
Are you, speaking of rivers, are you some sort of river riffraff?
Oh yeah, River Riffraff. Yeah, great. Yeah, totally.
Sir,
This dude's so old. He probably like listened to Hanson.
sir, we were hoping to find a associate of ours, a woman. I don't know if has anyone else come into this building?
A woman? You'll find a woman in this house except for the maids. And where are they? They should clean this mess up. Look at this. They'll
Sir,
find a stern backhand when they arrive, slacking in their duties.
Oh, Dip, he's like the top 1% of the 1%. Hashtag Sanders 2020.
His mind's probably addled from age, being trapped here for over a century. Plus being dead. No, that'll do it.
More than his mind. Yeah.
He like takes his elephant gun and works the bolt on it, and he's like, "You had best start speaking sense, or you'll catch a bullet."
That's not necessary, sir. I get the feeling you've been gone a while. Do you know what
Gone?
year it is?
What year? Why, of course I do. What year? Well, it's this year, isn't it?
What
Precisely.
is this year, though?
I mean, it's always this year.
Yes. It's the day there's going to be a grand banquet to the society where we're going to finally give this year's sacrifice to the Earl King. Ensure more wealth, more power will flow our way. There's been some trouble. Some unfortunate children from the boarding school got involved, but the Barrow will straighten it all out. The Earl King will be pleased. His hounds will have more souls to chase. Then he starts like shivering a little bit, and he's like, the hounds. The hounds.
Did this Earl King did he leave his book behind? Because we would like to deliver it to him.
And why should I tell you?
Because we're
Because-
such charming individuals.
Who better not to give it to?
Ooh. All right, I think someone's gonna have to do a charm roll here. Our first roll of the evening.
Right.
I think either Donovan or Moxie could do it here.
Who's
I
got
don't
the
know.
better
How
charm?
charming is Donovan? I feel like it's pretty obvious that Moxie's annoying as hell.
I got better at it in my career. It moved up in my thing. Other things moved down. I'm an 8. So
I'm
The
also a charm 8.
Same.
I got D12, but I'm not the one doing this roll, so good luck.
all right.
I feel like Donovan probably should do it because I don't think Moxie said anything helpful.
Yeah, well, just so you know, we're charming, which sort of helps. But let's have Donovan go for this one, though.
Let's go for it. 7.
Ooh, yeah, that does it. He's like, well, you can also serve the Earl King. I see no reason why you shouldn't deliver his book to him. You'll find it below in the basement. But be careful. Some water damage, you know.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Storm.
I'm sure
Just,
this it's a really, really fine place by the look of it.
Do you mind if I get a picture real quick with you?
A picture.
Yeah, for the gram.
A gram of what?
Yeah, exactly. She's already like behind him and like,
All right, you snap a selfie with a ghost. When it flashes, he's like, ah! Ugh. Well, be gone. My guest should be here soon. And we need to clean up. Where are the maids? Where
I
are the
don't think
my
they're coming.
servants?
I don't think any of them are coming.
Well, they have to be ready. Everything's going to be perfect. The Earl King needs to be satisfied, or else his hounds. And as he's saying this, you hear that low, that wailing, that howling coming from somewhere up above. And as you look through the shattered window, you see one of those hounds of the Earl King, those storm cloud dark dog-shaped masses with a head that is 1 second snarling hound, 1 second a child, 1 second a skull, charges down, flies down from the heavens, smashes into Leander Ashford Honeywell's ghost and starts tearing him to shreds, like it did
damn.
100 plus years ago. But this time, when the hound finishes, it looks up and faces you guys.
Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai, starring Forrest Whitaker forever.
Fishboy's like,
Hashtag lazy eye.
What are you people even saying?
we gotta get out of here. Go, 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 go.
See, that actually makes sense.
Yo, fam, check it out. Check him out, check me out. Nerves of Steel, number
Moxie,
1
run!
in Overpass.
I'd grab her and run.
Yeah, just
Number 1!
Did the fireman carry?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you take off running. Fishboy plays, and his crew are dashing along through the halls. You're just running through over these dusty ancient carpets. past chunks of the wall and ceiling that have fallen down, old furniture, and the hound is gaining on you. What are you guys gonna do?
Okay. I see that it's gaining. I put Moxie down and just be like, everyone go. I'll see if I can stop it.
Okay.
And sort of gonna impose myself in between and like just sort of steady myself and then either like try and catch it or like just give myself to sort of maybe see if I can pin it or something like that.
Okay, this is like Irish wolfhound kind of size. This is a big old dog. I think Donovan wants to add something.
Okay, can I yell to James? Because it's like we're somewhere that is out of time, right? Kind of, right? We're, like that guy was lost from a different time period, clearly out of it. Can I yell to him, like,
tell he's wearing like old style clothes and
like remember of the times? I'll just try to like yell that, like things of the times, because that's something we used to say before, like when we saw supernatural things, we had to deal with it. So whatever might harm it, I guess.
Okay, so James, I think I want you to go for a grit roll here because you're like maybe grit or might. Do you think is that what you're kind of going for?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead and give me a grit roll.
Okay, it's not too bad with the +1 for being an adult. It's 6.
Okay. I would say it like rams into you. I think you take some minor damage. What do you think gets hurt? Like nothing too serious, but definitely you're gonna be feeling it tomorrow.
I think the old injury sort of twinges a little bit. Seriously.
Oh, I hear a cat going off there.
Yeah, that's mine.
The old injury meows.
The old injury. I like that. Yeah, you can feel that ACL pain like twinging, and you hold the dog back, but you and the hound both crash down to the carpet. Its jaws are like rushing towards your face, but you're managing to hold it back.
Someone find something that's of this time, I guess.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Mm-hmm.
Really, yeah, she's gonna do a thing.
Okay, what does Moxie do?
She is looking up sounds to annoy dogs.
Okay.
And she's
give me
gonna
a
play
real-
it because like songs to annoy / frighten dogs.
Okay, give me a real quick brains roll, see if you find something useful.
That is a 17.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not hard to do a YouTube search. So what do you come up with?
It's like this ultrasonic frequency that humans can't hear, but like causes dogs to experience horrible pain.
Oh, of course. All right, so you
And
play that.
Yeah, she just like looks at the camera while playing it, making like a duck face as like the sound goes off because she's hoping it'll make the dog run away in the background, and it's gonna be totally awesome.
Okay, well, it works. The wailing sound makes the hound like rear away from James and start like thrashing, growling, and not totally running away, but definitely stunned in place.
I'm gonna have to
All right,
put a
let's check
content
in with-
warning on that one.
Yeah, for some high-pitched noises there.
Yeah, warning will annoy your pets.
Let's check in on Solomon. Solomon,
Yeah. Anything happening, or am I doing something?
well, right now the hound is stunned. Are you still running, or you want to...
Good. I'm gonna try and find that book. There's probably some residual magic on it that's making these dogs manifest. If we get to it, we could probably banish them. Or better yet, control them. Nobody heard that. Okay, I'm going.
All right, why don't you give me a brains roll? He did say it's in the basement, is where he said that the book is.
I do have skill that's magic, or would it be better to be a cult? I'm not too sure, but would that give me any bonuses on this?
Well, right now you're just looking for where the book is, so he's not really using magic or knowing about magic.
Gotcha. So, brains is a d10. Gotcha. 1 sec, getting dice rolling. There we go. plus 1, 9.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so Honeywell said it's in the basement.
Mhm.
A quick yeah. Moxie just chatted in that Solomon said nobody heard that except for we've got like several cameras, including Fishboy's GoPro and Moxie's phone, all recording and broadcasting this whole thing. So Solomon, you know Honeywell said the book is in the basement,
Mhm.
and you said water damage. So you hear some water noises, you see some dripping, and you see like a line of water, even though it's not raining, just coming off the ceiling, dripping, and running down in a little stream, as it were, to some below ground basement chamber. And that's where you reason the book will be.
All right, got it. I'm heading straight for it.
Okay. So you kind of break off, head down these stairs.
Mhm.
Donovan, dog looks pretty stunned. You see Solomon heading down a set of stairs into a basement area. What are you doing?
Let's see. First thing would probably be like maybe like a fireplace poker or something like that. Look around. If nothing's available, I literally might try to suggest rolling it up in the carpet because I've never seen one be able to get out of that. If it's like, is it spectral?
It is. You can see a little bit like see-through,
Oh crap!
but it seems more physical than spectral.
Okay, I'm still gonna suggest to James that we like, since he's already on top of it or like with it down on the carpet, that we like try to do that to it.
Okay, so you start rolling up the carpet.
Sure.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this would be might.
Okay. Ooh. You mean brawn?
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
It's so much easier with James.
I'm not tough these days.
E4.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good on a D4.
I mean, it could be worse. It could have been a 1.
Yep.
I mean, that's a partial success. So no adversity token.
Gotcha.
You succeed if there's a problem. So you
Mhm.
get the carpet. You start rolling up the dog. But what do you think goes wrong?
Oh, the stun probably just wasn't as long as I was hoping for, or I'm gonna say like the dust. Yeah, that's probably it. The dust, like I slip on it slightly or something like that. I just can't get the push I need to roll it. You know what I mean? You really got to push the body and roll, right?
Oh no, yeah. So you kind of slip on the dust. The dog is like about halfway rolled up, and as you fall, the hound, half in the carpet, falls on top of you like a big angry ghost dog burrito. James, there are like, if you were looking for anything on the walls, there is like a display of ancient swords, some weapons that are part of Captain Barrow's collection from his sea travels.
Okay.
So it could be useful.
There wouldn't happen to be like any axes. Like that's sort of like he knows how to wield an axe better than a sword.
Yeah, there's an axe there.
So
Maybe it's some like, Scottish war axe that he picked up. I'm thinking of the Scottish parliamentary mace that what's his name? William Randolph Hearst had on Xanadu, just like, I'll just bought this Scottish parliamentary mace, made a conversation piece in my humongous mansion. Oh, Hearst Castle, by the way, not Xanadu. Which is the version of it from Citizen Kane. So please save me your tweets and your comments about getting those mixed up.
all right. So he'll find the axe. It's like, well, it's similar to a fireman's axe. All right, and he will just sort of just bring it down on the hound, rug and all.
Oh man. Okay, give me a quick fight roll, but not too hard because it's an axe.
That's a 1.
Oh no. All right.
Adversity.
Gain adversity.
Adversity token. Here's what goes wrong. You smash the axe down. Well, first of all, what makes you miss? You miss. You missed the hound entirely.
I think it's sort of, it's heavier than he thought it would be. Like he's used to like sort of the lighter like fireman's axe, and like those ancient axes had some heft in the blades. So
Oh, totally.
so yeah, I think it like threw off his balance, and he was still like got the knee twinge, and so just couldn't get the right footing.
Yeah. So I think it. What happens is it misses the hound, hits the floorboards. Remember, this is an old, like, decaying mansion. No one's been giving it any upkeep for over 100 years, and the floor goes. The rotten wood just caves in under you, and the hound, Donovan, and James. I think Moxie was away from them, or what do you think, Moxie?
Moxie was already walking away because she started playing that noise. Was like, it's stunned, and started walking towards the creepy basement.
Yeah, so I'll say
She's still
Moxie.
got like the camera pointed in such a way that you can definitely see them fall through the floor in the background.
Yeah, so Moxie, Fishboy, his crew, and Solomon have gone down the stairs, entering the basement the right way. James, Donovan, and the hound, the floor just goes in, and they splash straight down to the basement. So James, Donovan, you guys are like submerged. You're thrashing around. The carpeted hound goes rolling away. Let me do a quick description of the basement. This is what Moxie and Solomon see before the floor collapses and everyone goes into the water. All right. The splash of water, the smell of rot. Sunlight hasn't touched this place for decades, if it ever has. Amongst the shadows and water, rotten, half-submerged shelves and decaying Victorian furniture sit like bizarre islands. Not even rats come down here. Even Fishboy looks nervous about stepping foot in these waters, though they only come up to the waist. But one object stands out, a book bound in leather, floating in the center of the room. Not only undamaged, but pristine, waiting for you to pick it up. So Moxie and Solomon and Fishboy and Fishboy's camera crew are like right on the edge of where the stairs meet the water. You guys see this book, and then a little bit further on, ceiling comes down. James and Donovan all splash down into the water together, and the hound is in there too somewhere.
I bet if you drank this water, you'd get hella dysentery.
Fishboy pops in, is like, hella dysentery. I'm still terrified, by the way. That was the ghost hound trying to eat us, and now we're in a flooded basement, super scared.
Yeah.
You're still streaming this?
Good content.
Yeah, like, why would you not stream this?
Gonna find the
He's a
book.
boomer, you know. Can't help it. He doesn't know.
I'm gonna put a spell on you. I'm gonna put a spell on all of you. I'm gonna find that book. And he just stomps off into a drink.
All right, so Solomon just starts heading through the water to get to the book. Okay, Solomon, are you doing anything like special or just like heading straight for it?
I don't know its exact location, so maybe there's something I can do to like track it or figure out where's the most likely place it would be.
No, you do see it. You
I
see
saw
it.
the book.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
It's like, I mean, it was the ripple. What happened when James and Donovan and the dog went in? Yeah, we're gonna have James and Donovan. We'll check on Donovan next. See what's going on there with that dog.
Yep. Good luck with that, James.
The ripple sent the book floating a little bit away, but it's there. Like, it's floating on top of the water, and it looks like there's no water damage at all.
Of course there's not. Well, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. So you head over, you pick up the book. As you pull it back, a thin, pale, almost skeletal hand comes out of the water and grabs the book on the other side and starts trying to pull it and you into the water.
Well, pull it back. It's mine.
Oh, it's like the end of that old movie Carrie, or Friday the 13th.
Fishboy lets out another super terrified scream.
Yo, you were nowhere near desensitized enough. I'm gonna put you on a steady diet of horror movies. For real, though.
I'm
gonna go over and help. Try to pull the book back, by the way.
Fishboy would say his favorite horror movie is like Hubie Halloween, but I don't think that's come out on Netflix just yet. Okay, Solomon.
Mhm.
It's not going to let go, so I think you're going to need to do a brawn, I would think, unless you're doing some other tactic.
What do I have that can help me get rid of this thing?
Yeah, I mean, you are like, there's lots of furniture, various treasures that the Barrows have stored here over the years in the basement. So stuff's flowing around. Maybe you could find, but right
Maybe
now
I can grab something that's similar to the book and try to switch it.
Okay. Okay, maybe give me a brains roll. See if brains could do this.
I keep rolling brains, but it's only my third highest die. Why do I keep rolling brains?
I mean, it could be brawn too if you want to pull it out, but
I got a 9 again.
okay. I would say you like look over at a half submerged bookshelf, and you see there's like an old style Bible, very very old, also leather bound. It's about the same size as Der Teufel's book.
The good book compels you. Take it.
Okay, you switch it. The hand accepts the other book and pulls it back for like a little bit, and then the hand instantly recoils, as if it touched something that it really didn't like, sinks under the water, and you can see the ripples of whatever this is circling around you, trying to block your escape.
Uh-oh.
I know that we also have 2 people currently wrestling with a dog.
Yeah, let's check in with Donovan, and then we'll see. And then maybe you'll see if Moxie wants to do something, and then check in on James.
Moxie definitely wants to do something, but I feel like we should check in on the people being eaten by
Yeah,
dogs.
they're in a more dangerous situation. All right, so Donovan, you took some minor injuries, I think, when you went down.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, maybe just like some bad bruises.
Okay.
But you're up. You've got the dog half wrapped in the carpet. What do? You're in water.
Okay.
Waist deep, so
like
it's like
waist?
around your midsection.
Oh wow. Okay. And that's everywhere, right?
Yeah, the whole basement's flooded.
Boy, oh boy. Man, if I can't find something to really smack this thing with around me, I'm going to hold my breath and grab around it. I don't know what else to do. And like hold it under. Because man, I can't run. I got no weapon. So is there a weapon around me? Anything?
There's definitely like things you can use as a bludgeon.
Like a piece of like old. Oh man, everything's probably rotted. Oh man, I don't really know what to do.
I mean, it would still, even if it's rotten and waterlogged, it will still hurt if you smash something.
Is there like an old oil lamp on the wall or something like that I can pull off?
Oh yes, I'd say so. Kind of an old like wrought iron. It's rusted, of course, but it's still pretty solid.
Perfect. I'm gonna try to take that and jam it in its mouth. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
Nice. All right, I think that's gonna be fight.
Okay. Trying to think of like what would be squishy down there. All the wood would be like mush, right? Like everything down there. 7.
Okay. I would say pretty decent success. Nothing fantastic. No bonus stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you jam it into its mouth. Those jaws are still working on it, but they can't quite pierce the metal, and you're able to like pull yourself away. All right, James. The dog's definitely distracted. Or actually, let's check in with Moxie. Oh, here's what we'll do, I think. Or actually, yeah, go ahead, Moxie, and then we'll see what is.
You can check in with James first. He hasn't had a chance to do anything in a little bit, so.
Oh, yeah, after the horrible cutting through the floor.
Yeah, I feel like I've had more. I've gone to do more than he has. So check in with James.
Definitely. All right, James. I would say so. The dog looks stunned for the moment, thanks to the lamp in the mouth. But you can see there's something about to surface in front of Solomon.
Okay. Can I just sort of... Yeah, I'm just gonna drag Rug, dog, and all, and just sort of slam it onto the creature that's about to surface.
Whoa. Okay, I think that's gonna be fight.
Okay.
If you think it could be brawn, I can see that too.
Yeah, I was hoping for that.
Okay, go ahead and give me brawn.
Could be worse, I guess. That's an 8.
Okay. I think the dog's pretty much finished after this. You slam it into the creature, which then bursts out of the water, and it is the teeth. The horrible spirit that was infesting Barrow House, and it's still there. A hairless, pale, emaciated humanoid form with no face, just giant set of chompers chattering away in the middle of its skull.
Well, ain't you a pretty little thing?
What's that?
Said, well, ain't you a pretty little thing?
It rears out of the water, like grabs the dog that's been shoved into it and sends the hound hurling, like flying away back to the basement, and then starts moving towards the stairs to block your escape.
Okay, for real co-pilots, this thing's freaky as AF. Well, check it out. Unsubscribe, you know what I mean? Whoa.
Fish Boy is like just going for his inhaler now. His gills flaring as this horrible thing blocks your way out.
I'm not gonna lie. If this water wasn't bad to drink before, it's definitely bad to drink now. Hashtag depends.
Fish Boy's like, can you guys like get rid of that horrible monster?
I guess it's up to me to actually do something rather than just gram it. But okay, whatever. I think she's gonna try to do like a Google image search around the room to see if anything else down here pings as being like something cool and magical.
Ooh, okay. I want you to give me a brains roll.
Okay. That is, well, it's based off computer, so I get an extra 3. So that's a 12.
Okay.
Because I've been forgetting about that. The last time I did the computer actually should have been a 20. This is a 12.
Okay. Search for something kind of interesting. You find a cutlass with the initials, or not initials, on the blade is inscribed Captain Baldwin Blake, a famous pirate who, this ghostly pirate's legend is a big part of Hallowed Hollow folklore.
Dip. Yo, co-pilots. I found an awesome cutlass here. Check it. Know what I mean? Like, hashtag Sulu, hashtag George Takei, hashtag LGBTQ ally. And yeah, she's got this thing now. She's real bad at fighting, but she's got it.
Okay. Well, you can see the teeth sort of recoils a little bit from the sword. So it might be useful. Solomon, you got the book under your arm. But you're half submerged in water, and this monster is blocking your way.
Is there anything I can use the book for? Like maybe banishing it, commanding it, something? Maybe in tandem with that sword?
Okay, give me a brains roll to try and like read through the book.
Brains 3 times in a row.
I know. Well, you're doing a lot of brainy stuff.
8. Rolled a 7 this time, but +1 because I'm an adult.
Okay. I'm gonna say a mixed success. You find a spell that you think will banish it, but it's in a language that you don't quite. I mean, well, actually, like, what language do you think you're taking it in college over there?
Latin, of course.
Oh, okay. So it's in like Latin, but it's like in a more obscure form of Latin that is a little hard to read. Maybe, you're doing like Latin 101. This is like Latin 201. Or this is like Latin 501. This is very advanced. Yeah. So you can read it sort of, but like it's gonna be, you might do it wrong.
Okay, I can make out the word "the." That is not good.
Oh, yo, avocado toast. You want to swap out? I give you the sword. You give me the book.
You translate this. I could probably use this for something.
Okay.
And never
All right,
call me
guys.
avocado toast again.
You got it, Ravenclaw.
Honestly, that's better than avocado toast. I'll take it. All right. Let's do
Okay.
this.
Book and sword are replaced. Donovan.
All right. I guess if I can maybe like just knock it down, or is there anything I can throw at it from a distance? Like anything else I can grab and chuck at it? That's what I would try to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's more bits of furnishing. Maybe there's like an old globe that's still pretty intact.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, maybe the weight of the globe base would be enough to do something like that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a fight roll.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Ooh, all right. Give yourself an adversity token. I have an idea of like how this could mess up, but what do you think? What do you think happens?
It's an odd weapon to wield, so it does definitely not. The physics of it flying through the air did not compute how I thought when I picked it up.
Yeah, and I think the downside is like it just skids into the water next to the teeth, and the teeth spins around and fixes on you. Starts heading towards Donovan. All right, James, you're a little bit closer to Moxie, you're closer to Solomon and the sword. But you still, well, what do? You do still have the axe.
Right. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to basically since I still have the axe, just basically use it as sort of like a lever to sort of like have the bar on the creature and me behind it, and sort of like keeping it away from Donovan, and just to sort of like stop it in its tracks in a way, and just sort of like keep it in place for everyone else. So.
Okay. I think this would be Braun.
Okay. Let's see here. Would this be considered a snap decision? Yeah, I think I'm going to use the adversity token that I used to use Cool Under Pressure, which is I can spend an adversity token to take half of my die's value instead of rolling on a snap.
Ooh, okay. So what's
So-
the half?
So it would be a 10.
Ooh, nice. Okay. With the 10, you're definitely able to do what you want to do. You use the axe, you kind of pivot the teeth away from Donovan, and now you're still holding it at axe's reach.
Well, basically what I wanted to do is sort of like get behind it and sort of like have take the haft of the axe and
Ooh,
just sort
okay.
of go over it and then have sort of its back sort of to my chest and sort of like keeping it
Right.
like that.
You kind of pin it into place.
Yeah.
Okay, you're definitely doing that.
Yeah.
All right, so Moxie, the monster is now being held in place with the axe right in his chest. James close behind.
Okay, I guess she's gonna work on doing this translation. So number one, I'm a super genius, obviously, and number two, I've got like a translation program I've been working on. So figured what the hell.
Babelfish 2.0.
Sure, we'll go with that. What's up, Babelfish? Whatever. Okay. Let's see. Because it's computers, it's a 10. It's not a great roll.
Okay. I would say you manage like a decent enough banishing. It's enough to like make it at least go into the water. You say this, the teeth like kind of shrinks down, slips under the axe that James held up, and vanishes right under the water. And now the way is clear for Solomon to head up.
We don't have a lot of time. We should get out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody up, and I'll be sort of like behind, keeping watch.
Is there
Okay.
anything from those like ancient arms that can like small that can grab off the wall and take with? Because
What's that,
I'm
Donovan?
worried. That's 2 creatures.
You're saying you want to try and grab something off the walls?
Yeah, like how like James found this big axe, but I'm looking for something more one hand held. You know, like a nice old like stiletto or something like that, or like
A magic cutlass.
that would work.
Sure.
But I think that, so you know.
Okay, as you're going back, like out of the basement and back through the halls, carefully avoiding the hole in the floor that you made. Let me see, kind of a one-handed. Maybe you find like a tomahawk.
Cool.
You know, because besides of course traveling the world, Barrow also probably did some traveling in the American West,
Just stole.
taking part in the horrible atrocities committed against the Native Americans who were there, of course, and
Hashtag
stole,
appropriation. Hashtag never forget.
yeah, definitely stole some of their artifacts, including this pretty decent tomahawk. Okay, so with that in hand, you guys are heading back to the door. Fishboy is like, "Woo! All right, Fish fam, that was unbelievable. Real life haunted house. Fishboy plays Moxie Pilot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Hey, and if you can, raid Pumpkin Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but raid Pumpkin Jersey. Okay.
Friend of mine.
Oh, yeah, cool. Shout out to Pumpkin Jersey. Okay, Fishboy out. Whew. You guys, that was some great content. I mean, those
My
ghosts.
aunt.
I think you're
What's that?
lucky to be alive.
Yeah, seriously, kid.
Lucky to be making such a great video.
You
Right?
could have died.
Yeah.
It slapped.
realized
It
that.
slapped.
It's fire.
Whatever. I mean,
Kids
how
really
do I
shouldn't be
rate that?
playing
Like,
with fire.
My dad burned a hole through his tongue with battery acid once, you know. I mean, you gotta live on the edge to make decent content. There's some cool stuff in this book.
So, as you guys head outside, you find that some other people are waiting for you right on the moonlit lawn of the mansion. Outside, in the fading spring light, a phalanx of gunmen awaits you. Tactical vests and thick beards, assorted weapons overloaded with fancy attachments. American flag, don't tread on me, and other patches bold on their clothes, and medieval knight helmets on their heads. A familiar figure emerges and removes his glasses. Reports of my death, says Kyle Candle, are greatly exaggerated. So, looks like you guys have something that belongs to me.
Does it truly belong to you?
say that it does. I mean, belonging, like, what is that? It's a sense of the things we want the most. And right now, I really, really want that book.
So it technically doesn't actually belong to you. You just think that it does.
Yes, but if I think hard enough, I can actualize.
No, it's even if you think hard enough, it's still not yours.
Hey, look, what's your name?
James.
Look, James, like, right now you seem like you're kind of putting yourself in a dark place, I want to put you on the road to joy. Can you,
I've been in
can you
dark
travel
places
that
many
road with me?
times. I've been in dark places, light places, places on fire, places that you haven't even dreamed of.
Fascinating.
Moxie, in the meantime, is flipping through the book to see if she can find something useful for this situation.
Actually, I do.
Oh, I think Solomon might have an idea here.
If anyone doesn't mind.
James is just trying to stall.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's definitely. Actually, here, James, go ahead and give me a charm roll to see how well this stall.
Sure, that's not too bad. That's not. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a 6.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I think this guy, he likes to hear the sound of his own voice, so he enjoys chatting with you. The militia types, these are the Patriot Paladins, a modern update of the Paladins of the Pale Petunia. They're a little much. They don't quite go in for this highfalutin philosophizing, so they're looking a little itchy on the trigger. But Kyle definitely distracted. Solomon, what are you planning to do here?
I'm going to perform a magic trick.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's like an old standby for magicians. Now you see me, now you don't. And I drop like a smoke bomb right in front of us.
Whoa. All right. I don't think Kids on Bikes has one for magic, but I could see.
I was thinking like flight or something.
Yeah, me too. I think that works.
And hooray, it's my D20. 15.
Okay, that does it. I think Moxie was holding the book though, so so she's still there, but your goal is just make yourself disappear?
Or everybody else disappear. I'd say, get away if you can, or else you have an idea. Do it now.
Okay, so your smoke bomb is like covering up the whole crew?
Yep.
All right, got it. I think it definitely works. So what does this look like?
The smoke bomb? It's the old trick up your sleeve. Now you see me? He just kind of waves his arms like this.
Okay. The smoke bomb bursts around. Fish Boy just mouths like, "Get to the car!" to his crew, his camera crew. They start dashing over there. The Patriot Paladins, like, a lot of them have tactical flashlights attached to their kitted out rifles. So they start flaring those to life and looking around. And you hear Candle shouting like, "Find them, please!" So they're spreading out, trying to find you guys in the darkness. Let's check with. Let's see. What is Donovan doing?
I am most likely still sticking with whoever else I can possibly stick with, because I don't see splitting up being a good idea. But running towards a car sounds like a good idea. So that's probably what I'm going to start doing. Rifles, yeah, I got nothing for that.
All right, go ahead and give me a flight roll.
Okay. 6, that's the explosion.
Ooh.
And a 1. 7.
Okay, still pretty solid. I would say you make it to the car and even a little bit more. You get in. You were the one who was driving the rented-car, perhaps?
Possibly.
You have the keys.
Okay.
You have the car open. They are starting to figure out where you guys are going, though. They can tell, a car door's opening.
Yeah.
And you hear Kyle being like, don't let them drive away, please. Come on, bring them back. Let's
You
check
sound
in.
so concerned.
Let's check in with James.
Did Moxie have anything
Yeah,
that you wanted to do?
Moxie.
Or... Okay.
Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff I wanted to do, but I got
No, if you want to do something, go for it.
okay.
I don't know.
Okay,
But
go ahead,
it's-
Moxie.
I'd already said that she was looking through the book to find out if there's like anything useful in the situation, like a force shield or something like that.
Ah, okay. All right, go ahead and give me a brains.
Let's see. That is a 5, so no. She did not find anything useful. Probably. I don't know.
Okay, in fact, I'm gonna give yourself an adversity token.
Okay.
Maybe I'll give you a choice here. Either you're going to get caught by one of these paladins, or you're going to you find something you think is useful and you like utter it, but it's something that's very much not useful.
Oh, we'll go with the not useful.
Okay, so you see a spell that you think will make a force field, or you see like I'm gonna go with another power that we've seen before in this game. It shows like some trees, like tree branches, coming down and forming a shield over a figure, and you're like, a wooden shield. Maybe your dad showed you Lord of the Rings extended edition. You thought those ents were pretty cool.
Like so many times. You have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, if he's Gen X millennial, those movies a touchstone for sure. So you utter that spell, and all the trees around Barrow House start going totally crazy, not helping you, and in fact causing you a bit of trouble. One of these branches whips down, smacks into you, and like knocks you down. The branches are, of course, smacking into the paladins, but still makes everybody's job just a little bit more challenging. And you are still the one who has the book. All right, James. Donovan's got to the car. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
She also took out her camera to start filming the living trees because she's at that level of.
Starts a news stream.
No, fam, I know I just said to raid, but check this.
A tree branch swings down, nearly pulverizes your phone.
Oh, what?
Okay, James, what are you doing in the middle of this chaos?
Seeing Moxie's just sort of still standing there, filming of all things. He's just gonna do his old tried and true, grab her and run towards the car.
I like James. You know, he used to be he would charge the bad guys, stop them. Now he grabs the other characters, runs to safety.
And he figures like right now the best thing to do to save everyone is just get everyone to safety. So.
All right, I can see this being brawn or flight. What do you think?
I would prefer brawn if I can.
Okay, brawn's fine.
Ooh, 19. So close to a 20.
Seems
All
like
right.
a success.
Yeah, super success. You pick up Moxie. You rush right over to the car. You like got her in the back seat there, and you make it to the passenger seat too.
Okay, I'm actually going to sort of like still stay on the outside until everyone is in the car.
Oh, got it. Okay, you're holding the door.
Yeah.
Solomon, what's going on with you?
To aid in our escape, I'm going to do another trick I learned a while ago. Ventriloquism. I'm going to make them think that we're not heading for the car. Instead, we're going to head further into the woods, because the car is way too obvious. Even gonna say that in like James's voice. It was a fireman's voice.
Whoa.
No, we can't go to the car. They'll think that's too obvious. Into the woods, come on.
I love your James impression. All right. Maybe this would be.
Charm, maybe?
Yeah, I can see this being charm. You're kind of using trickery. Yeah, throw on your voice.
12. That's a 1.
Oh no. All right. What do you think messes you up?
Womp womp.
I try copying Moxie's voice next.
Oh no. Doesn't work. It's pretty obvious. And in fact, it gives away your location.
What I think is leet speak.
Yeah. So you've like made it right to the car, and then one of the largest of the paladins, he has like a knight helmet that's open so you can see his face. He has kind of like a roughly shaved beard, and his helmet is made of like paper mache and cardboard. You can tell it's homemade, but he spent some time on it. He like goes right up to you and grabs your shoulder, and he's like, "My name is Ronnie Mold. I'm the supreme general of the Paladins.
With a name like Ronnie Mold, really?
It's a good Western civilization name. And I just caught you. So how would you give up and stop running, Magic Man?" All right.
I'm not even going to answer him. I'm already thinking of something. But
Kyle. So Kyle calls out, all right, look, let's make a deal. You guys want your friend back? I want the book. Let's do something that makes everybody happy. That's what I'm all about. Throw the book out. We'll let your friend go. What do you guys say?
How far away are they from?
Oh, Dip, somebody got captured?
Yeah, they're all kind of like, they're not too far. You probably parked close to the gate, and they're a bit further back up to the house.
Okay.
you know,
Is it 'cause
still
they just captured Solomon? I'm just trying to...
Yeah.
still have the cutlass. I can just stab this guy and get away, probably.
You could try. He does have a assault rifle.
Do it.
If not,
I already told you what Moxie's looking for in the book.
Okay.
Right, yeah. I think in the meantime, I'm just going to. I've still got the axe in my hand, so I'm just going to try and not even really try and hit him with it. Just chuck it towards him, just to get some sort of distraction and
Oh, man.
give
Okay.
him a chance.
All right, let's have James roll for axe throwing and Moxie roll for planning a spell.
So
A head exploding spell? We will see.
She's computer assisting herself on this translation, too, if that's cool.
Absolutely.
I've got an 18.
would you be? Yeah, you'd be okay with a brawn for that one, right? Or
Yeah, it's like axe throwing. In D&D, that's strength. So.
other 19.
Whoa. Okay, so I think two cool things happen. The axe flies over and it goes right past Solomon. It takes the ear off of Mold. And he just reels back yelling, firing his gun. He's got poor trigger discipline. He does safety off the whole time. And it's just firing into the air as he wails, as the blood's coursing from his severed ear. Solomon starts running away. And Moxie, what spell do you find?
Well, it's something to do grievous harm to someone. I was hoping for head explodey, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, head exploding. I don't know if that would be that. That seems a little too intense.
Just something to whoever's captured Solomon right now to very much hurt them so Solomon can get away.
All right.
Maybe the guy who captured him, his feet fuse with the ground.
Yes, I like that. Yeah, his feet his toenails grow extremely fast, tear through his boots, and then dive into the earth, wedging him into the soil. So even though he doesn't even, he's in so much pain from his ear getting sliced off, but now he's totally stuck. Thanks to this, Solomon rushes over, makes it to the car. Fishboy's SUV peels out ahead of you guys, and with Donovan driving, I think you guys are roaring out of here as well.
Moxie shouts after the people in the background, that's what you get for being racist pedos!
Okay, and you cruise away into safety.
I am never going to try ventriloquism again.
Practice thing.
Yeah, I'm sure that you could do it #adulting.
Could you?
Anyway, We got the book.
I know you're not a boomer. I just know it really annoys millennials to call them boomers.
That doesn't even make sense. Boomers are like 2 generations ahead of us.
Yeah, I know, they're like 30.
Not
They're
30. That's
more
generation.
like 80.
That's Generation X.
Oh, what? Oh, are you 2 Generation X?
No, I'm a millennial.
No, not you.
He's a
Solomon, the other
millennial.
two.
I believe Donovan and I are Gen X.
Oh, did you
When were
guys
you
know
born?
Kurt Cobain?
He was a little after our time, but he died around the 90s, if I remember correctly.
He was cool.
That might seem.
It's interesting music.
Yeah, I got this shirt with the smiley face. It's all like, you know,
Right, that one.
pretty dope.
Yeah, I was more into AC/DC and Metallica and all those.
Oh, cool. Who are they? I'm just kidding.
Right. I thought you kids were actually into good music. Never mind that.
Yeah, no, I'm into Metallica. I can play half of the songs off but Kill 'Em All. No Metallica.
So as you guys are zooming away, Moxie, you get a quick text on your phone, and it is actually from your aunt. She gives you an address, and then another note saying, "Find me."
I text her back a series of emojis.
No response. And with that talk with those emojis, smiley face, sleepy face, happy crying face.
You can't just use words.
And then oddly enough, house, airplane, peach, water.
Yep.
I get
With
that.
those emojis in the air, we're going to bring this episode to a close.
Dog, dog,
Thank
dog.
you guys so much for joining me for this. I think that this was a lot of fun. So I'm so glad. We're bringing some fun to 2020.
I apologize if this character is the most annoying.
No, I
person.
love it.
Honestly, I think those last 2 roles. I think were the best roles that I've done ever with this game.
Like a 19.
Yeah,
And the
2
time
19s.
exploded.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you're usually Mr. Adversity Token.
It
No
is
offense,
not
but
cringy.
I mean
No,
for
it's-
real.
yeah.
It is not cringy at all.
And that was awesome. Thank you. I mean, I can't wait to see more dumpster fire, man. This is great stuff. So there was a couple. The cool thing is we did get a new follower tonight, the Nat30s. Thank you so much for the follow. Plus
Yay,
sending
thank you
us
very
some
much.
bits. That was amazing. Also, we got a couple raids in tonight. So the Nat30s and the Marine of One hit us with some raids. And we did have that question. There was a question, not for you guys, but just in general, what a raid was. I was like, because we're a small channel, we like to do this for fun. But Gray Mouse, one of our tried and true watchers and listeners, had that question. And basically, if somebody's watching your channel and you're ending your stream, you can take all of your viewers and go, hey, we like these guys too. So we send all of our viewers over to another channel that we're friends with, and that is considered a raid. So we have our party together and we do a raid. So it is definitely like your MMORPGs that you were asking about there, Gray Mouse. So thank you for that question, because you know we broadcast on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, so Twitch, it's pretty normal for Twitch to do more raids. So keep an eye out for those things, guys. Thank you so much for hopping in and watching, hanging out with us. And there was a looming question also by Gray Mouse, but I'm not going to answer it because I feel like it's been answered before. So Gray Mouse, you may have to go back and watch and find out why they call him the Fish Boy.
Oh, right. Yeah. Check out the end of our last episode, which had some interesting
Yes.
world-changing events happen.
So, yeah, and our
We
last
don't use
episode was
Fish
based on
Boy
the
like
80s. Right? Yeah, that was the 80s arc. So,
Mhm.
I would encourage you to maybe check out the last couple episodes because there has been a fish-ish, I don't know, theme in some of these.
We had fish
Episodes.
people in the 20s too. That was
Yeah.
when they first appeared.
Honestly, all throughout the show, we've
Yeah,
been
it
dealing with
just
fish.
seems like that. That's kind of our thing, and I really enjoyed it. So,
'Cause we've
watch a
got
few of them.
skills. We've got gills. Get used to it.
Oh,
Fish Boy 2020.
he's not old enough.
I
to
guess
run
we didn't say why he's called Fish Boy on this.
No.
We're just like it's just a given. Everybody knows there are fish people.
Right?
Yes,
So,
literal fish people.
so it really is. Yeah, fish on bikes. Yeah, it's a Guinness commercial. Very, very, very well done.
That's true.
So, thanks everyone. Thanks for the raids. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the bits. Just thanks for hanging out with us in this amazing RPG community. And we will keep playing these things. We will be back next Tuesday with our second episode of the Amazing 20s. So we call it the blazing 20s.
Yeah,
That's
we will
Dumpter.
keep it. We will keep blazing it in next episode 2. More 2020 action.
Awesome. But until next Tuesday, what do? We pull up a chair and make
Make
time
time.
to tabletop.
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 Peace out, guys. See you next week.
Good night, everybody.